Even though February is the shortest month of the year, there's still a great cadre of films to check out during the 28-day month. My name is Matt Jarbo, this is 3 Buck Theater, and here are 5 movies you need to see in February, and 3 you don't. First up on February 16th is Marvel Studios' 18th feature film, Black Panther. Now, this is a character who needs no introduction, and as a result, this is not an origin film, but a continuation of the story that happened after the events of Captain America Civil War from May of 2016. The cast is large, the cast is loud, and looks wonderful for the lead-in film to Avengers: Infinity War come May. Following Black Panther is Early Man, a new animated film from Aardman Animation. The creators of Wallace and Gromit, as well as other fantastic films, takes us back to the dawn of time, when prehistoric creatures and woolly mammoths roamed the earth. Early Man tells the story of Doug along with his sidekick Hognob, who unites his tribe against the mighty Bronze Age in a battle to beat them at their own game. It releases on February 16th, 2018, and is going to compete with Black Panther, a film slated to earn $100 million plus in its opening weekend. Good luck with that. For all of you sci-fi fans out there, there's Annihilation. The new Natalie Portman film that is written and directed by Alex Garland tells the story of a woman seeking answers of her husband's tragic disappearance. A biologist volunteers for an expedition into an area sealed off by the government for the last 30 years as an environmental disaster zone. A secret agency known as the Southern Reach has sent 11 expeditions in those years to discover the truth about Area X, and those attempts were failures. She and her team find a pristine wilderness, but they also notice that the rules of nature and evolution seem to work differently, and every creature they find is dangerous. If you don't live in the United States, you will be able to find this movie in some countries on Netflix, as Paramount and Netflix entered a deal for the worldwide rights, though here in the United States, we have to pay money to see it. Oh well, it looks pretty cool, and Alex Garland already cut his directorial chops with Ex Machina from a couple years back, as well as being the screenwriter of 28 Days Later and 2012's Dread. For those of you who love dark comedy but feel we haven't gotten a great entry into that genre in a while, comes Game Night. The film stars Jason Bateman and Rachel McAdams as Max and Annie, whose weekly couples game night gets kicked up a notch when Max's charismatic brother Brooks arranges a murder mystery party complete with fake thugs and fake federal agents. So when Brooks gets kidnapped, it's all part of the game, right? But as the 6 uber-competitive gamers set out to solve the case and win, they begin to discover that neither this game or Brooks are exactly what they seem. Over the course of one chaotic night, the friends find themselves increasingly in over their heads as each twist leads to another unexpected turn. With no rules, no points, and no idea who all the players are, this could turn out to be the most fun they've ever had, or it's game over. You can look for Game Night to drop on February 23rd. Now, the final movie to see this month will only be able to be seen in limited release, probably New York and Los Angeles. Hopefully it will be available for rent or on Netflix before the end of the year, but it's one to keep an eye out for. Poop Talk is an honest and open look at a taboo topic in today's society. The docu-comedy gives us an inside look at all things poop, from uncensored, embarrassing moments to scientific explanations recounted by 50 experts and comedians, including Camille Nanjiani, Nicole Byer, Adam Carolla, Rob Corddry, Nikki Glazer, Pete Holmes, Eric Stonestreet, Randy and Jason Sklar, Nick Swarsden, Dr. Drew Pinsky, and many others. This is definitely one to keep an eye out on when it comes available in your area. Even though there are a number of good movies to watch this month, there are still some you are going to want to avoid. The first one of which is the new PG-13 horror film, Winchester. The movie, based upon the house of the same name located in San Jose, California, tells the story of the haunted house built by Sarah Winchester, played by Helen Mirren, heiress to the Winchester fortune. It is a house that knows no end, constructed by an incessant 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week mania for decades. It stands 7 stories tall and contains hundreds of rooms. To the outsider, it looks like a monstrous monument to a disturbed woman's madness, but Sarah is not building for herself, for her niece, or for the brilliant Dr. Eric Price, whom she has summoned to the house. She is building a prison, an asylum for hundreds of vengeful ghosts, and the most terrifying among them have a score to settle with the Winchesters. Trust me when I say that this movie is going to be bad. If you've ever visited the Winchester house, you know that it is smack dab in the middle of a shopping center. While the tour is fun, it being a spooky thing, not happening. While Early Man looks like a fantastic animated film, we also have Peter Rabbit to contend with. Now, this movie is based upon the characters created by Beatrix Potter and the beloved book series, but this movie just looks terrible. Now, Peter Rabbit, the mischievous and adventurous hero who has captivated generations of readers, now takes on the starring role of his own irreverent contemporary comedy with attitude. In the film, Peter's feud with Mr. McGregor escalates to greater heights than ever before as they rival for the affections of the warm-hearted animal lover who lives next door. James Corden voices the character of Peter with playful spirit and wild charm, with Margot Robbie, Elizabeth Debicki, Daisy Ridley performing the voices of the triplets Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail. I don't know about you, but when I see James Corden attached to anything, I immediately tune out. This movie definitely is going to be for the bottom basement rental when my daughter is old enough to give a damn. And finally this month, the one movie to avoid, the one you don't want to see. 50 Shades Freed. The conclusion of the 50 Shades of Grey trilogy that has been plaguing cinemas for the past couple years is finally coming to an end, and I can't tell you how happy that makes me. Now, the story picks up where the last one left off, where Christian and Anastasia, believing that they've left the shadowy figures from their past behind, become newlyweds, and they fully embrace an inextricable connection and a shared life of luxury. But just as Anna steps into her new role as Mrs. Grey, and Christian relaxes into an unfamiliar stability, new threats could jeopardize their happy endings before it even begins. The same could be said for anyone going to see the movie. You're not going to get a happy ending, you're just going to get a conclusion to something you probably got drugged to in the first place. If you see this movie, God help you. Well, everyone, that wraps up the 5 movies you need to see in February and the 3 you don't. My name is, of course, Matt Jarbo. This is 3 Buck Theater. If you guys haven't already, please thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel, check back often for more up-to-date movie news from me, and stay tuned for these recaps of films coming out every month and to let you know what's going to be good, what's going to be bad, or when there's something you want to pay attention to for when it hits Redbox in a couple months. I'll talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day, and peace out.